Yes. Mystic Royal Collective. How are you doing today? I was running on ish time today. Forgive me. Ish is 30 minutes, if you don't know. And then there's like a second layer to ish. So it's like, ish is like when you say a certain time, you're like, hey, I'll be there at this time. And then ish. That ish right there, that buys you like 30 minutes of time. But then there's a second shell layer. So what that second shell layer is you within that 30-minute deadline, you have an additional 5 minutes either before or after. Exactly. Welcome everybody in the chat. I'm getting set up here. If you consent to the sage cleansing, say, I consent. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe it's at the end of your day here, at least in the United States. Getting there, my love. Maybe you're at the start of your day. Who knows? I love you. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Stay tuned, baby. I'm gonna get set up here, my love. My beautiful Mystic Royal Collective, baby. All right, here we go. We getting on here, baby. We getting on. Yes. My love, my beautiful Mystic Royal Collective. Welcome everybody in the chat, baby. Oh, what is that? Perfect. I think. There we go. Perfect. Yo, Casey. How are you? Glad to have you. I was a little more organized this time around. Welcome everybody in the chat. Make sure you, if you're vibing with the vibes, make sure you like the video. And just in case we get disconnected, make sure you subscribe, okay? A few cards already pulled out, okay? Prior. Having to do with some kind of like love situation. Lilith, Queen of the Night, Oracle Grimoire here. Roses. Love. Turn it down a little bit. I learned how to fully love myself. To allow a true and abundant love to flourish in my life. One more time. I learned how to fully love myself, to allow a true and abundant love to flourish in my life. Goddess Lilith, thank you so much. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. And of course, so is everybody here in the Mystic Royal Collective. Let me tell you, one card that showed up earlier, I had a whole bunch of piles. It was like a 52 card pickup, but like a whole over 100 card pickup. It was something. Yo, Elaine. Okay. Elaine Emil 962. Hey, brother. What's up? Welcome in the chat. Thank you so much. Hopefully I said that and pronounced that correctly. You should like the video. But beautiful Mystic Royal Collective, it is all about the self-confidence, baby. bloodstone here, also from the Lilith, Queen of the Night Oracle Grimoire. Twinkle Rand Hawa dash I9. What is this? LOL. This is a mystic chill sesh, which means what you do is that you just grab your beverage of choice. I got some kombucha, baby, not a sponsor right here. You know what I mean? I got this 221 BC kombucha. It's organic. You know what I mean? And got to get the best as possible. You know what I mean? Trigger warning. Triggering for a lot of people, but I don't care. It's completely fine, but you're completely welcome to be yourself. It is time for you to be your authentic self, my beautiful Mystic Royal Collective, baby. How much that people are trying to diminish your light, you trying to explode and just like radiate like a firework. Like what? You diminishing that, you got a lot of firepower, baby, and you just diminishing that, okay? I got the lovely Miss Casey as a moderator, and I do have auto moderation on Medium, so just know that we get to all the chats, okay? Welcome everybody. Twinkle Ren Hawa. I love the interaction. Please interact, and I encourage more so because it's free. Share my life to other people. Help me gain that exposure, my love. And like the video if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe in case we get disconnected. My beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Mystic Royal Collective. Saying things in the power of 3. There's power in that, my love. I have a lot of squirrel moments here, Mystic Wolf. You know what I mean? I go, ow, ow, ow. Give your best howl in the chat, baby. Yes, but I do catch up with the chat too. Once we get to 500 subscribers, my love, it's going to help with me being able to accommodate personal like question sessions from time to time with super chat. So please help with that, would be great. Casey, hello, I think you missed a roll. Elaine, Emil, personal questions, follow me on Instagram, reach out to me and I will address your situation directly. I do like to do personal questions that way. I would love to connect with you. Okay, please. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Thank you so much for chatting. Thank you so much, Twinkle Hawa. Like his personality. Martin Jean 6954. Bro, you take the most difficult path to make your coming out. Huh? I think you got this misinterpreted. Or maybe I'm misinterpreting you. Thank you so much, Miss Casey. Yamamora, welcome back. Welcome back in the chat, baby. You're beautiful, you're wonderful. If you're still with us. Oh, Casey. Well, Elaine, Emil, to answer your question, the only way that I can answer your question, which it may not be answering your question, to be honest with you, I feel that I want you to consider the fact that everybody that is already here in the chat and is still sticking around because they either liking the vibe or they curious or whatever, it's potential that you may get a message for you. Just in the general messages coming out, you feel me? So, but please make of an environment where you can come and go as you please, because that's how the Mystic Wolf Pack family, Mystic Royal Collective works. Wolves have the ability, and it's just in their nature that they can be by themselves And sometimes they need to be in that hermit phase, baby. You need to be in that hermit phase, be by yourself, reconnect with yourself for a moment, right? And that's that lone wolf energy, baby. That's me. I'm that lone wolf, baby. But I do always look forward to collaborations. Make sure you like the video, please, and thank you. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. But wolves, they come from tribes. They grow up as little cubs in their wolf pack. Maybe they gain certain ranking. Maybe they need to go lone wolf from time to time. They know they always have a home. If they're still like, they didn't do any like injustices, right? And then sometimes they get to the point where maybe they want to establish their own wolf pack family on their own, you know what I mean? So that's the tribalist mindset, you know what I mean? And that's like that cohesive, like small groups, because like realistically, this human 3D avatar that is the human body and the human brain, you know, you see the examples of the people that, you know, in media. It's just pretty obvious, you know what I mean? And for those that already been here in the chat, you already heard me say this as ad nauseum, but, you know, just know I gotta treat every video and every live like you're the first person that's ever been here, you know what I mean? And to me, I'm not gonna lie, that makes... Thank you, universe. That's so cool. I've been serving tables since 2015, and it's like that is like, and I'm so grateful. That is the best. If you have a certain level of charisma on the higher scale, and you have a little confidence in yourself, self-confidence we talking about, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a good time. And the thing is though, I don't really go like, I've really evolved, y'all, and if any way my story can like help somebody else, you know what I'm saying? I share like to an extent about myself, but like I was like Christian for like 3/4 of my life, and then dabbled into like Messianic Judaism, which I have Jewish roots, and then now like I just feel like free, you know what I mean? And like now I don't associate with anything. I just associate with myself, you know what I mean? Because like there's for 1000% certainty that you know that you exist. It's a possibility that I don't exist. I do put disclaimer, the music in the background is the only thing that is AI, and I am required to label it as such, even though I am a real person. Welcome. But I think that anybody, like, we are just hardwired in general, no matter what level of consciousness, to be able to detect genuine human activity versus something that is fake. I think that it's just personally hardwired as a mechanism of survival, you know what I mean, to be able to identify other biological humans. Catching up with the chat. I love you, Casey. That was beautiful. Good moderators. 314. Matareta. Amamora. Thank you. Sunny Australia. Okay, so that's the time over there. And so it's in the morning. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that's right. Amamora from Iran. Awesome. Beautiful. So, next card is, look, flow state, baby. That's what we talk about, flow state. Look, allow divine timing. Moth's transformation right there. Look at that. The moon for that lunar transformation. Allow divine timing, baby. There's a method to my madness, yo. Like real talk. Like you kind of develop like a certain little setup for a time, but like check this out, yo. This like I do use the crystal ball here as a method of scrying that you see near the bottom, right? But also it gives me a, like, this is how my mind works. Like I like something that has like utility, you know what I mean? If possible. And if it doesn't really have utility, and it doesn't have to be as about aesthetics. To me, I'm more about utility. And for people that know me personally, it's like, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice looks or whatever for something that actually is useful for me. You know what I mean? Especially I live alone and I live by myself, so like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares? This is my house. You know what I mean? This is my place, baby. You know what I mean? I'm the king of my own castle, baby. So, no pets, no nothing, baby. So yeah, I'm just, you know, vibing. You know what I mean? That's just how I roll. And it's also like the MacGyver, like, technology has come very far with like 3D printing and everything and so much stuff. So Devin Karma, what's up in the chat? I put my reflect shield out. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Nuked, baby. That's so freaking awesome. It felt like, yo, that felt like, yo, that real talk felt like, felt like Iron Man, baby. Casey, you timed that like perfect. Like, what's up? Yo, that was so cool. But hey, we're all like, this is how I see it. I don't have no hate for nobody, you know what I mean? I really don't. And I feel that there people just like, they're uncomfortable with people that are themselves. And for people that have not like themselves, they're like triggered by people that have, you know, been through hell and back, and be like, okay, well, fuck. Like, well, it only goes up from here, baby. But you know, in general though, you gotta be like, this is where I'm always like grateful, like in general, because overall, even through my own personal hardships, I know there are people in the other side of the world or somewhere that is in a way worse state than I am, you know what I mean? So like, I don't take that for granted, you often. Like, I want to always like reiterate that from time to time, because I have nothing but love for my Mystic World Collective, you know what I mean? And then thank you for existing just how you are, you know? Blessed Kamehameha, baby. Yes, that's awesome. Grab your beverage of choice. Wow, adding the salt, the sea salt to the kombucha. Really good. but somehow it like foams up when you put sea salt in kombucha. Dragon Ball Z, that shit, motherfucker. It's over. Is it 3,000 or 10,000? It's over 3,000. I don't have that much. I need to actually watch the series. I need to have time to watch it. If y'all want to see some reaction videos, Death Note is a pretty like decent size length, 50-ish episodes, and I would love to do one of those things. It's one of my favorite series. It's like that whole cosmic duality and everything, you know? DBZ is so good, yes. How's your day been, Casey? Yo, you did, really? You finished Death Note? Oh, wow. You like L? Well, I mean, and I always get, this is me where it's like, you know, devil's advocate, right? Where you feel like, obviously he's the bad guy, right? But apparently like crime, like this is just something to a critical thinking point, you know. We have never and will never condone light action of intentional harm, right? But I guess whenever he supposedly like reigned, according to the anime or the manga or something like that, there was like a reduction in crime for like a long time, right? But then if you think of things from collective consciousness, then it's like, okay, well, I don't know. It's just so complex, you know what I mean? See, that's where obviously there's the differentiator between Light Yagami, because I'm just a dude chilling. I'm trying to stay in my own lane, and I'm not trying to affect other people's paths, you feel me? So that's where it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to do it. You don't want to accrue karma for yourself, y'all, intentionally. That's just like crazy, y'all. You feel me? But L is a cool character too. L is a cool character. A lot of people feel that the series ended whenever L ended. You know what I mean? Whenever he was 86. You love the psychological aspects of his character. Yeah, it's very of L's character, I think. I feel that he's someone that has taken the introspective journey for sure and just wants to be by himself. But he was also like, I think he was self-made actually through his intellect in solving cases, and they got a lot of money. Or did he inherit some money? Someone clarify in the chat, Casey, if you happen to know that. Yes. You're gonna continue here. We're just kind of, it's mystic chill sesh. And Misa's insane. Yeah, she has that song. I have to look it up and maybe get with you later about it. She has that song. Here's inspired. Yes. Yo, the whole thing with the confirmation burp. Wow, crazy. I was gonna say, whenever the whole ideal, the Shinigami ideal thing was made, like then he was like pretty much like unstoppable for like a little bit or something like that. I mean, the whole thing was just like, when I saw it for the first time, it was just like mind-blowingly one of the best like drama or whatever you want to call it series that I've ever seen, and still to this day, because it's just it touches on so much aspects of morality and like overall, well, like some people may argue, well, like Light's actions diminish overall negative action and all this kind of stuff. And then people argue why people go into certain like, you know, conflicts, and you know, I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't talk politics on my channel, but you know what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? And you have to kind of wonder, like from a cosmic perspective, why certain like negative energies and things exist the way that they do. You know what I mean? Integration of all aspects, integration of like, I think the very important part about integration, my love, is that understanding that you need to understand that you have the capacity for evil, but you choose not to. You know what I mean? But discovering those like depths within the self that potentially you realize like, oh wow, like this is something that was within me, and you just like allow yourself a sense of openness and surrender to the feelings that are happening, because you don't want to ever decide, yo, fluffy foo-foo, glad to have you. I love you. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. I'm glad to have you. Cosmic forces. Yes, exactly. 234. This is the inner wisdom cards. Okay. Wall wheel. Ooh, see, embrace the aspects of yourself. You feel me? Oh, shoot. That's a nice picture. Look at that. Maybe it fell because maybe you haven't had a chance to have this kind of interaction with anybody maybe in a while. And maybe you kind of like if any other you probably just this is ideal for you, and you gotta embrace, but also is a part of yourself that this makes me think of like the inner child healing, you know what I mean? Things that have been like suppressed for like so long, right? Craving hugs, yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you can do a lot of healing and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like the ego that's within every person, it's nothing to shun, it's just the aspect of the person. It's the aspect of the person that keeps it tethered to this dimension. And then obviously there's the whole arguments of like, okay, what exists outside the self? But then you know that you have been biologically programmed. So it's like, okay, it's the human experience. It's all about your intent. It's all about intent, yeah. Let me see this one real quick. Let's see, everyone don't forget to like. Yeah, thank you so much. Mystic Royal Collective. Sending virtual hugs after Fluffy. Wolf, hi Wolfman, good night, Tara. Let's see. Good night, reader just got mad at me saying don't let people steal the little light you have in you. What do you think about that? Oh, wait, let me read this one again. Huh? Wow. Shalamar, welcome. I think I've seen you before, right? You've been here in the chat, right? Good night. A terrator just got mad at me saying, don't let people steal the little light you have in you. I don't know what you're talking about. Elaborate, please. But I know that in general, what just came to mind for myself is that what is meant to fall, let it fall. Situations that people try to like, you don't want to change who you are to accommodate for other people. You know what I mean? Other people are gonna always try you and try to diminish you. You know what I mean? And like you a full divine fractal, my love. You're beautiful and wonderful just the way that you are, and you deserve to exist, even if it is just for yourself. You know what I mean? Even if it is just for yourself, you deserve to exist wholly, wholesome, just as you are. You know what I mean? But just go with the mindset of you don't know everything. Like, that's very important. We don't know everything in this current incarnation right now. We have the ability to channel with a third eye, with source or whatever God entities, whatever you want to call it, angels and or demons. Like, it's all aspects of the collective consciousness psyche. We have that ability to tap into that. But regarding this dimension, which, by the way, it's very complex, because then you do have the ability, your conscious thought is so powerful that you have the ability to heal yourself through shifting into a timeline where you do not have that ailment, simply over time. Like little smidges and smidges changing your reality. And over time, if you believe it in your mind to be true and believe it and know that you are healed, then it is very possible that may happen. And I always put it like that. It's possible. Because the thing is, a person's power and strength is so much different from person to person. Some people that have been through some of the hardest lessons, they have such capacity for belief and faith in themselves, because they have been to a place where they have been brought so like low and potentially discarded by society, where they're like, wow, like the only thing I know that I can rely on is myself. You feel me? And it's a very humbling experience. You know what I mean? But then it allows you to then love yourself, because you have been outsourcing your love to other people for so long. I feel that a lot of people that I tend to attract are like ex-people pleasers. Yeah, hey, ex-people pleaser, nice to meet you. I tend to meet a lot of like people pleasers. Be right back, gonna shower, get some coffee. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, Casey, yeah, do what you gotta do, baby. Fluffy foo-foo. Welcome. Let me scroll up here a little bit. Let's see, did I miss anything? I know. You talk about intent. It's funny because we had this card here. See, intent. Yeah. Well, you might have commented that during that time, I guess. Welcome everybody. Make sure you have liked the video, baby, if you haven't already. Mary Magdalene. Oh, Lilith. I love Lilith. It's 666, and that's not a bad number like people think. So much programming going on. No, I'm not a furry. I'm I'm a mystical healer, my love. I'm a magician. I'm a cosmic being. I am a beautiful, just pechugazo de pollo, like, wonderful, beautiful part of the collective. Fluffy Fufu coffee sounds beautiful right now. But Mary Magdalene, Lilith, make sure you like the video. I love Lilith. She's beautiful. She's one of the goddesses I work with very closely. She's all about authenticity and helping you to be your authentic self. Look at this. This is one of many things that I have about her. Look at this, but around is the silver. Oh my God, come on now, baby. See that? Her seal there. It's in silver, and this right here. See it very faintly. Vampire Queen, baby. Yes. That's one of her aspects that she can choose to phase in and out and do whatever she wants. You know what I mean? She's a divine goddess, and she's all about equality. Where that's what a lot of people like. I be seeing some readers, and it kind of gets under my skin a little bit because, you know, not in a way where it's like. They got their own trauma and things to learn, you feel me? But it's just like when people try to say certain things in like Lilith's name and stuff like that, but it's not really what Lilith embodies truly. That's what I got a problem with, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, then we have like people trying to like shame the other gender and stuff like that, and like she's about equality, baby, you feel me? So that's what I'm talking about. Release and accept yourself. Yeah, so that's, yeah, release and accept. Yeah, people don't understand her message, Mary Magdalene Lith. They don't, and that, like, it's just like she helps you to come to a state of such inner freedom for yourself, and it's just absolutely intoxicating. Coffee, yo, it's like at night, but real talk, I think I'm gonna brew some coffee, y'all, because that sounds so good right now. I just love the taste of, like, I'm one of the few that actually just like the taste of coffee. Just straight up motor oil, baby. Straight up motor oil, baby. When I go out and about and I get some commercial coffee, then I'll have them put some moo milk, like some moo milk and whole milk. You know what I mean? It's crazy because like unpasteurized tastes really good, and there's places that you can find it where they say it's for calves only, and that's how they have to sell it, you know what I mean, legally. So it is delicious, but obviously the pasteurization is, that part makes it last a lot longer, because the unpasteurized don't last hardly at all, but it's delicious though. Yummy. But yes, coffee, if there's a Hispanic place, you put that condensed milk, like a bomba or like whatever, you come on, put in the chat if you know what I'm talking about, where it's like they put condensed milk as the sweetener, you know what I mean? I wrote a story about MMAG. What is MMAG? I've never heard about MMAG, Fluffy Fufu. If you're still in the chat, make sure everyone like the video, y'all. Help the algorithm. Share the live with other people. Bring them in, if possible, if you think they vibe with the vibes. All this is free. That's all I ask. More exposure, more clicks, more interaction, more comments in the chat is always welcome. Grab your beverage of choice. This kombucha right here, baby. This berry, this is berry and hibiscus. It's very good. I can tell you that. Shalamar says, yeah, when I slided on her short, she was talking about self-love and don't take abuse. And I told her what? She just saw you after. Did you have an interaction with Lilith yourself? Shalamar, is that what you're talking about? When the Melissa Divinity, welcome in the chat. When the heart line and head line appear joined into one line across the palm, it's often called a simian line in palmistry. Clean single traverse palmar crease. Yeah, I really need to get into that stuff, yo, like for real. Thank you so much, Melissa, for bringing that to my attention. The palmistry is something that, you know, I'm a white belt mentality, baby, always growing, you know, feel me? And that's why I feel that it's the best for anybody to do that, you know what I mean? To try to grow. So yeah, thank you for bringing that to my awareness. Mary Magdalene, I agree, people don't understand. Yeah, they don't understand our message. A lot of people don't understand that it's about union, because even she is seeking, like, I mean, there's, and I'm still learning even more about her, and I'm always, I don't claim to know everything about Lilith, goddess Lilith, but then I feel that, like, even as I said that though, it's kind of like, over time you develop kind of like a certain sense of like a relationship and like devotion, in a way of devotion with deities of your choice, where it's feel that you know that is like a spiritual contact entity that you can rely on. And finding people that you can rely on is very scarce. So even though Lilith and goddess Lilith and like every other entity that exists, like they are a beautiful, wonderful entities in and of themselves, if you think of it on a whole collective consciousness standpoint though, they're still like divine reflections of the collective psyche and aspects of ourselves. Palmistry tradition has the mind and emotions operating as one powerful force. Milk. Left your foo-foo, you're good. I don't know who she is, but I know there's another lady in my life in this spirit realm. I think it's a high consciousness and a higher self. She's me. Oh, okay. So you could have interacted with your higher self, your oversoul. In my story meditation, I think I'm almost caught up with the chat. Yeah. Holler with the woes. But she's me, yeah. Yo, what? Boba milk? What is boba milk? Are you talking about, like, Petrugacito? Did you hear that? That's great. Casey, see, like that just now, that's the kind of stuff that, you know, that's the kind of stuff I do, kind of that kind of stuff. What is booba? I don't know if that's similar to what we talked about, but, you know, yeah, that's funny. She helps to understand the foreseeable future. She helps me. Yeah, so, I mean, probably your oversoul. I mean, I that's kind of what keep what. I mean, especially if that's kind of what you're feeling right now. I feel just go with your intuition, Shalimar. Go with your intuition and believe what feels right for you. I know for me, there's like a few like certain number of guides that are like within my closer inner circle, right? And one of them is female. And if you check out on my channel, so being a AI generated song, like, you know, you can only work with it as best as possible, even if you put your own lyrics and things like that. But this one turned out pretty good, because I was trying to have like is encouragement from your guide. So check it out on my channel. But it was a song that I generated and with my own lyrics and prompts and all that, where my guides, including the one I told you, my female guide, where they were all in a room with me and talking with me. And, you know, it was a place of encouragement and stuff. But I felt led to share that message to the world. So in case anybody were to stumble on it, it would be a timeless message, and it may have something for them or may not. Who knows? This is the Mystical Manga Tarot. Thank you, universe. Yeah, thank you so much, Shalom. Oh. Breaking illusions, my love. It's time for it. Break the illusions. You got the moon in the reverse. You've been in illusions because you've been disillusioned. You're kind of topsy-turvy, baby. All over the place. Have you been denying your own intuition lately? Time for you to reign supreme, baby. Be that queen, baby, that you are. Let's see. The thing is, let me just reinterpret. When we talking about queen, that doesn't mean you treat other people like shit. You know what I mean? That's arrogance and stuck up. They talk about that you still embody your divine essence, whether you associate as divine. Like, now we're talking about your physical, your exterior now. Talk about how you project yourself out, you know what I mean? It's about full embodiment, full acceptance of the self, your divinehood, you know what I mean? An intuitive energy, which is feminine in nature, connection with spirit, God, universe. Everyone has feminine and masculine within themselves. But it's time for you to radiate as yourself, radiate in who you truly are, but also be a respecter of others. You know what I mean? Be a respecter of others, and know that your a sense of awareness doesn't make you better than anybody else. In fact, it just makes you more understanding. It makes you more loving. It makes you more caring. It also makes you more of someone to be hated by other people, because the closer that you get to the light, the closer that you reach for the sun, the closer that you reach for the light, the larger shadow that you're going to cast. And there's going to be more things that you'll have to deal with, but it's part of the process. So just don't get disillusioned. Remember who you are, okay? And be your just full-bodied, beautiful self. Justice is on the way, baby. And patience is necessary in all aspects as much as possible. You have been wronged in so many situations, my love. And right now, I feel that, right? This energy I'm feeling right now. Make sure you like the video. I feel that this energy right now is like someone is kind of in a place of very much a kid. Like, they're so tired. they do believe, I feel who I'm speaking to, you do believe in the cosmic sense of justice, right? To be served. But you're just tired, you know what I mean? You're tired, but you know it's on the horizon. You know, like that's the thing. That's what makes you a warrior. That's what makes you very strong, is that even through being withheld of information and being blinded to things, you still hold on to the scales and know things will balance out in your favor. And people are gonna try to, you gotta watch out for this. People are gonna try to like diminish you and tell you like, hey, I know you're doing this and that because you're doing it with the expectation that you're going to receive something in the future. Well, even if you did that, aren't you deserving in the future for those things? If you're trying to do some good things for other people, aren't you deserving? You deserve to exist. You deserve to take up space. And that's not saying about physical space. Just, you deserve to exist. You deserve to project your aura, you know what I mean? And other people are gonna try to shame you and try to make you feel like shit, you know what I mean? And like, that's crazy, you know what I mean? So justice, you know what I mean? Like you stand your ground, baby. You stand with your protections up, and you know that you're just going to take the high road. You know what I mean? Don't stoop down to that level, baby. You don't need to, because what they want is your reaction. They want your reaction. They want to get a rise out of you, is what it is. And getting a rise out of you is what, to them, a false sense of validation for their lack of being able to actually take care of their own situations. Because, you know, let's just be real for a second, y'all. We live, you know, and you know, I'm very fortunate. I do live in a society where I can enjoy certain levels of comfort, you know what I mean? Like AC. I love AC. I'm very grateful for AC. This incarnation is very, very, very much grateful for AC. But I know other people that don't have that luxury, you know what I mean? So it's like, do you see auras of people? Yes, I feel that. Yes, I do. Yes. I don't know if it's exactly the way that people envision it. Like, to me, it's a little bit like, to me, everything is tied to my intuition. And my intuition, to me, is no matter what modality of divination that I'm using. Because, like, I'll be honest, I rarely ever intentionally, like, try to scam people. Very rarely. I'm not trying to do that. And because I feel like that's also, there's a certain level of consent and privacy in that. And, you know, it involves, to me, you just want to be respectful of all energies in general. So, like, if it's someone that my intuition gives me a nudge that someone has potential ill intent towards me, then that's kind of where, like, I would feel a little more inclined. And there's obviously also, like, the human part in general where, in some cases you're just kind of curious, but it's not like you're doing any sort of process, like ritual or anything like that. Like, for me, for example, like, I try to avoid, like, it's always just advisable in general to never ever interfere with anybody else's, like, path, anybody else's, like, so, like, I'm very conscious of that whenever I perform my magic and whatever you want to call it to me, because everything is about intent, and that's what magic is about intent, really. Projections that you're putting out and comes back in some way, alchemized in something that is useful for you at the time. And sometimes those things mean that we will have to learn and go through certain hardships to move forward, if that makes sense. Evelyn Silly, welcome. How you doing? I love how you do that entry. I love the entry. Bro, do you remember me? That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I was behind on there. Yeah. Oh, from the Moo Moo. Yeah. Booba. I get it, Casey. That took a while for me to get that. Thank you. Wow. Shalimar, check it out. Mary would isolate. Who's Mary? Are you talking about Mary? Are you talking about the other person? I'm done doubting, dear one. Yeah, on point. For do you see yours? Okay, I'm all caught up. Yes. Oh. I feel like people who have the gift of seeing auras have to be respectful, so I understand you. Yeah, because the thing is also, Mary Magdalene Elizabeth, is the fact is that, like, anytime that you interact with anything in the simulation or other divine fractals, like, you are sending energy that way, you feel me? So, people feel everything, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm just like, I'm a believer that the journey is self-made. The journey is done inward. The journey of ascension is an inward journey, which ends up reflecting into your external, if you believe it to do so. And by doing so, that means that by you taking care of all the stuff you need to be doing internally, that's going to reflect for you externally. And you're going to be the lighthouse, and people are going to be coming to you, and you're going to be able to set that example. Justice, baby. Bottom of the deck of the... Sleepy on. Bottom of the deck of the Awaken Wisdom cards. Thank you, universe. Merkaba. I have so many decks. I really do. Merkaba, baby. That's that consciousness vehicle, baby. This is a song that I did a short earlier on. Do some cleansing here, okay? I'm gonna get some. Hold still. Yes. Oh, healing, my love. Oh, yeah, that's... Let's roll, baby. Come on now. Yes. Shalimar, to discover yourself and your purpose, Dr. Miles Monroe says you don't have a lot of time to find it. Time is perception, I feel. What is time? We are, and yo, I learned something recently of like ways that you can like, in your own mind, like slow or fasten time for yourself. As much as you can eliminate distractions and tune into actual presence in the here and now, like right now, like this here, you feel okay, it's solid, you know what I mean? You're interacting with everything while also embodying that high priestess energy of surrendering and detaching yourself from the thoughts that come into your mind, and you are simply the observer. it is such a unique experience, my love, to get into like that mindset of total surrender. Now, you know, I obviously it's going to be easier said than done from person to person, because the more attachments you have, then the more tethers you have of things that require your energy. So I bid thee strength in your journey in whatever position you are in. Even things like pets and stuff like that, yo. Like, again, I'm not saying not to get anything like that or whatever, but I'm like, remember that is something that requires our love and care too. So just keep in mind, depending on the level of inward reflection and time, I find that my time, even just living by myself and just kind of vibing on my own energy, if you have that opportunity, you are in the same position if you're tuning into this live. It is such a freeing experience and a liberating, peaceful experience. And you get so much information from the cosmos and from the universe. And honestly, it comes to a point where like it's something that I crave now whenever on my day-to-day, you know what I mean? It's like I just crave to be in my own magical aura, my space, my castle. You feel me? I do welcome others. If you want to work with the Mystic Royal Collective, reach out to me, sugar, and Instagram. I'd love to connect with you. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already, okay? My story about Mary, she was hiding from her father. My love, I spent 4 years trying to collect memories. 4 years trying to collect memories. Nice shower. Ooh, that sounds good, Casey. Nice, sizzling hot shower. Jesus. My phone fell. I probably felt the heat from all that too. Probably felt that was crazy. Let's roll. Alright, I think let's see. Cat is sleeping. Yeah, what kind of cat do you have? Ordained was dominant on earth. People over the creeps. Ground check. Genesis. I do refer from that from time to time if certain ancient texts that I research that I own that touch on Judaic texts. Sometimes I'm referring, and the most accurate translation that I feel is the most open while still like being in the confines and accepted by the narrative, but it's as accurate as possible with like the names, at least like the Hebrew and Greek names, while being translated to English. It's the most accurate translation I've seen to date as of this video. The Scriptures version, 2009 was the original translation. I gotta give props to them. It's a very, like, you see a lot of the differences in like the main accepted, because they really go, they do their best to just translate. But obviously we know that even the original like Ethiopic Bible, even though the Ethiopic Bible I think is said to be the most complete, and I'm sure there's certain Catholic iterations that probably have extra texts. The thing is that I think to ascend and to learn, we need to like accept all forms of knowledge and just take what resonates with us at the time and leave the rest, and just like, you know, stop trying to make everything such a personal attack. You know, that's a waste of energy. Like it's time to grow up. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. You know, like it's such a much more fulfilling and easier when like try to keep it as drama free as possible to yourself, or within your own tribe, your own cup, your own like community. You know what I mean? Your own little small family, even, right? What a liberating thing it is to have that like beautiful dynamic. You know what I mean? And then yeah, you can accept other people, you know, from time to time. You know. Let's see. I want a ragdoll kitten. They can absorb all the love and cuddles. All variety of BB. Let's see. What is this? What is it? Who, whatever created us to spring up. Worshiping. I'm sure you can understand Shalimar why the moderation picked that up, obviously, but keep vibing, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, keep it 420 friendly. Is that something that can be said? The sacred herb, my love, for medicinal purposes, spiritual. Medicinal. Keep it bot friendly. Yeah, I know, right? I see you, Shalimar. You're like, oh, I just realized it picked it up. Yeah, I gotta change it up a little bit, you know. Yeah, I mean, I usually show most comments, you know what I mean? But like, also I do try to keep, even I still like, you hear I use the words from time to time and curse words, whatever. But like, I try to keep it to a minimum so everybody feels not out of place, you know what I mean? Because not every divine fractal is as open and free as I am, you know? But yeah. Oh shit, Casey. Okay, I gotcha. Wow. Okay. I'm out of kombucha. I need to get some food in me right now. Give me 1 second. Un segundo, mi amor. Okay, I'll be right back. You may hear some ASMR sound effects in the background. I love y'all, it's so crazy. I'm coming back in frame here in a moment. I just had to take some of my medicine. Just forgive me. Oh God. Shit. At least it didn't break. I thought this thing broke. Yo, Kathy, what's going on, Kathy? So glad to have you. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah. Cabbage rolls, that sounds good. Yo. I'm looking for a personal assistant, yo, for real. You want to work with the Mystic World Collective. This position could be open for potentially around a year, depending on how fast I can find someone I can trust. I'm looking for someone to potentially just co-create with. Ideally a divine feminine, but it's just for the, yes, but nothing weird. It's more of like a mutually accepted, people that vibe on the same level and want to like help contribute in the collective, right? Merkaba, baby. When you are born, obviously one gender versus another, there's obviously that like divine union of just like I can't understand everything of the feminine experience, like while the feminine can't say that they understand everything about the masculine experience, right? We all have things to share within between one another. And remember, the energies play a factor, so like it doesn't matter what you associate or what you identify or what orientation or what kind of relationship dynamic you have. Everything is about energy, but obviously, like to me, I do feel that like you do have strengths and weaknesses based on whatever you were biologically born at, even if you end up changing it later. Gonna stalk your channel now. 10 months today. Good for you, Fluffy Foo-Foo. Carlito Sunday. You said business. How you doing? Like the video. I'm loyal as a dog, dear one. I'm TR. What's TR? Excuse me. Confirmation. Blue sky. Big dog in the house. Well, that's usually that term I usually use to approach my brethren, my brotherhood, whenever I'm out in real life. I say, "What's up, big dog?" Anyways, let's continue. We're all set now. Oh, shoot. Did I not do that? Okay. We're going to do a quick selenite cleansing here. Relight the sage cleansing. If you accept the said cleansing, say, "I accept." Okay. We'll continue here. Thank you so much, Casey. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Gonna relight the sage cleansing, my love. Okay. You said you accept, big dog. I love it. Ooh, shoot. Too hot to handle, baby. That's what you are, baby. You hot, spicy, baby. Picante, mi amor. So anyways, get comfortable. Yeah, Casey, I know what you're saying. It rarely happens, thankfully. It's happened, but it rarely happens. All right, take a deep breath. We're gonna do 3 sessions, okay? By the power of 3, power in that. 3, 2, 1, deep breath. Hold it in for as long as you can. No pressure, okay? BRB, fluffy foo-foo. Beautiful. You're cleansed regardless. Just your existence and you being here. Boom, baby. Cleansed. Second session, deep breath. Count of 3. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Continue consenting to a little stirring up in your energy if you desire, but stirring up of the stagnancy, like trying to clear up any. If you consent to that, then continue to do so. Hold still. It may seem a little jarring inside it to some, so. Yeah, yo, Casey, you remembered. You definitely remember. Look at you. Hold still. I love you. Beautiful. Everyone. Beautiful. Last deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, universe, for that. It's time for us to rewrite the stories that have been imposed upon us and to realize our true potential once and for all, or a reminder to do so, or to strengthen your position to do so. You're a beautiful divine fractal of the universe. Remember who you are. Stay still. Sending intention that whatever I am allowed to aid in your divine soul journey, that the universe allows you a sense of remembrance and a sense and an opportunity of true empowerment to come your way, so you'll be able to free you truly from things that limit you and keep you stuck. That's so crazy. Wow. Y'all going through it. I'm not even like feeling any which way y'all, and like I just got this like huge like wave, like some people be going through some like really, really hard shit right now. Like that's crazy, y'all. I feel ya. Kathy called no one's sucking your energy, more things to the divine. That's great. Perfect. Felt like glass shatter for that last little bit. Shalimar. Yeah. Noise. Yeah, you know, this is a vibe chill session and Orklin session. That maybe should be a term, Orklin. You know what I mean? I got to... Bro, is it... What's your pronouns, Shalimar? Can you tell me what your pronouns are? I don't know what I'm trying to remember. I meet so many people. Forgive me. Her, thank you. Beautiful. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Goddess Shalimar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I always try to be respectful, and I try my best to. I try my best to accommodate. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. As long as it doesn't go. Yeah, there are some people that go really extreme, you know what I mean, where they like try to get up in your face or something like that, you know what I mean, but you really do try to be respectful. I do. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, to me, like, authenticity brings true healing. Authenticity and being oneself, you know what I mean, because I feel when you try to project and try to be like somebody else or whatnot, then it's like that's so much effort, that's so much hard work and energy expended in. And then there's definitely people that are more, there are people that are awakened and more aware of certain social cues and certain things, but instead of acting from a place of enlightenment, then they take advantage of it. So obviously they're the ones that are going to profit in general, because like I'm gonna keep it real. Like, there is power in awareness, you know what I mean? But that awareness can also be harnessed for things that are not so good, you feel me? So like, it's just, it's having the mindset of that, you know, you have the capacity to, like, the power and awareness that, wow, like, okay, duality means like yin and yang, baby, is understanding that, okay, well, even if I don't fully understand it, but I kind of do in a way, like, even some of the most crazy things, and like even things that you don't even agree with, and like, yuck, you know what I mean? On a cosmic level, somehow that's someone's learning lessons somewhere, I guess, you know what I mean? And but the thing is that you it's all about intent. You just try to stay in your lane and just grow, baby. You know what I mean? Just intent. You don't try to project any external harm on nobody. Never. That's crazy, y'all. You feel me? Oh gosh. Wow. I've never tried. Oh. Casey, you definitely gotta visit sometime then, like, for real. Ooh. Ooh. That sounds like a good time. Wow. Thank you. I try. It's only way to be 100% agree. Cool. Y'all, make sure you grab your beverage of choice. Make sure you have liked the video if you haven't already. Most importantly, share my video. Share. It's very important. You gotta make sure you do that, and promise me you do that with at least one person that you feel. If there's truly nobody you feel that vibes, but I feel that if you're here, there's somebody that you feel that you probably vibes to somebody that vibes to somebody, that vibes to somebody else, that vibes to somebody. So you know what I'm talking about. So vibing. So exactly. Enjoy your night. I hope to see you later. Are you checking out? Yes. I hope you baby have a beautiful night if you are checking out. So to me, sharing, like, interacting, liking, all these social media platform stuff, to me is important because it's free and exposure, and it helps with the algorithm, y'all. And we're almost at 500 there, baby. So cheers to you, baby. Make sure that you grab your beverage of choice, whatever that is. An awakened beverage. Wind down beverage. Intentionally put some cleansing power behind it, my love. But that coffee y'all talking about earlier, oh, that sounds so good. It's late, but it sounds good right now, just like the taste of it, baby. It does. So, thank you so much for being here. Real ones, that's what it is. It's free, baby. Yes, free, baby. Thank you, Shalimar, for sharing. Because, you know, the best part of waking up collective with me now. Cheers, baby. Gotta get some food now. Vanilla caramel drip latte, devoured it. Yo, do you have an espresso machine at home? That sounds great. It didn't match my body reaction just now, but that was just because I was cheersing earlier and it just hit me delayed. It reminded me of an interaction I had with a guest. And I'm always very mindful of what I share, obviously, but I was like, there's a big confusion on like some kind of like explanation or something like that. And I'm also myself, like, baby, what you see is what you get, baby. But also, like, I know that people are also trying to have a good time, you know what I mean? And obviously, like, the good thing about being an empath and being able to feel, like, the energies of other people is that, like, at least for me, it helps me to be able to accommodate to what would provide a better experience for one group versus another group, while also treating them all the same. I know that sounds very oxymoron, but like, you know, I try my best to treat all my guests exactly the same, you know what I mean? And I feel that when you go to and you work in an industry like serving or like bartending or anything like that, or anything in the hospitality, anything like with the tips, if you have a love for people, if you just like have like a love for people, yo, I'm so tired, forgive me. It's kind of like you develop like a passion for it. And it's kind of like where I don't like, yeah, you got your like day to day, you got your bills and stuff like that, but it's like you go and you know that you're taken care of. And if you get the mindset that you're just kind of vibing to vibe, you know that you'll meet exactly everybody that you need to meet at the proper time. Kind of tuning in to see if we have any thing coming in. Continue vibing, baby. I'd like to change things up because a lot of people have problem with stillness. I always try to make my lives like you're actually like hanging out with me, you know what I mean? Because you're my Mystic Royal Collective, you're my Wolf Pack family. We all got like things that we are here to share with one another and vibe with one another, okay? Right now, putting a energetic protection field around this space. Thank you, universe. Beautiful. Wow, perfect. You're free for 22 years. You feel very empowered, Kathy Cobb. Good for you. Casey, I would want you, that like vanilla caramel drip, that sounds awesome. Do y'all enjoy that little healing like pause there for a moment? I feel that people get so uncomfortable with silence sometimes, you know what I mean? If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted a live where, I'm still working on my setup. Shoot. All right, I'm good. We're good. Good. You gotta be comfortable with silence and being on your own, my love. Getting some snacks. Hopefully we don't get disconnected. Sweet. All right, nice, sweet, excellent. I hope everyone is doing fantastic wherever you're tuning in from. Beautiful, beautiful Mystic Royal Collective. Please excuse me as I am gathering snacks. If you can hear me still from this distance, please put it in the chat that you can hear me and tell me the audio quality on a scale of 1 to 100% that you can hear me, if you do not mind. I would love to hear the feedback of the scale. But a song that's kind of been on my mind lately, I don't know if I sung this on the other live just recently, is that Phantom of the Opera, Josh Groban, Kelly Clarkson, but I think obviously there's an old, I don't know what the original version, but that was a version that I had originally listened, so I'm just telling you, just forewarning, that's what it is from. But you know, I've always wanted to like portray in like theater and projects and things like that, and skits, you know, and that's something that I will do. And if anyone wants to collab with Mystic Wolf Baby, please follow me on Instagram and reach out to me, my love. I think it would be awesome to do some collabs, some kind of skits, some kind of something. I think that'd be great. So, anyways, let me be your shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe. No one will find you. You're I forgot the lyrics. I do not know the song. My love, I am. Yeah, I be trying to save money right now, y'all. So I have been withholding my karaoke temporarily. But honestly, though, I'm kind of the heat is so unbearable right now that it is unfortunately not making. The last couple times that I went and splurged, and it's not splurge is like, you know, you got one beer for an entry, you know what I mean? Sing a few songs, baby, you know what I mean? Not too bad. It's a nice place. But the heat is just so unbearable, you know? So it's just like, it doesn't make the experience feel all that great. Like, I would love to experience a like more temperate climate where it's like more 70, like 75 the most degrees, you know what I mean? I think that's like a Goldilocks zone right there, personally, of like the perfect weather, like nice shade. I'm actually cool with overcast and rain. Actually, to me, it's very cleansing. So I'm like, I'm down with that, baby. You know, give me all the rain. You know what I mean? Put me to sleep, my love. Put me to sleep, and it, you know what I mean? So, ooh, forgive me. Almost spilled something here. All right. Also, let me know the. I'm always curious. Actually, my voice has evolved. My voice over time has truly evolved over time, if I'm being honest. As you start to embody more of your true essence, and sometimes you get to a point where you sacrifice so much of yourself to other people that you truly forget exactly who you are, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. And sometimes it's meant to happen to excel your growth, my love, and to help you to reach like the next dimension and like the next timeline, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's a rhyme and reason for things to happen. And it's the fact of the matter is that it's going to help you and accelerate in your growth and accelerates in your evolution in life. And it's going to help you to propel into the next dimension, you know what I mean? And to higher timelines or whatever. Like, this is not woo-woo talk. This is all about extending your own, like transcending your limitations, my love. That's what it's about. Transcending your limitations and at least allowing yourself to be open, at least for a second, to an external thought. That's the start. You know what I mean? Like I always tell people, I don't expect people to adopt everything that I say. You know what I mean? In fact, I would want you to critically think for yourself and even question sometimes, and maybe I may learn from you. You know what I mean? And I think that's very important for everybody to just, you know, take what resonates and leave the rest, but also like think for yourself and not like think from a flock mentality. You know what I mean? Because some people are going to put something in front of your face, and based off of emotion that it could trigger, they're going to ride on that. It may not even be true. You know what I mean? And this is when, if someone is so disconnected from their own intuition, they're not going to be able to distinguish something that is obviously like potentially like fake and just out there just for, you know, false exposure. You know what I mean? Like, you are a lot more powerful than you give yourself credit or that you are actually doing. You know what I mean? Like, you have to realize, and this is where critical thought comes into play, but the thing is that critical thought is not really advocated as much, because that means that you could be a threat to the system. You know what I mean? So obviously, there's a whole bunch of like general programming of like, okay, just keep going on day by day, just another day. You know what I mean? Like, that's just such a potential like inefficient way to utilize resources to an extent. And you can tell my choice words, but because some souls are meant to experience it that way, where, you know, ignorance is bliss. There's nothing wrong with any way of life in the way that you and that's what I'm saying. You know, I don't advocate anything that harms anything, but I do understand that duality exists, and there's a reason for why something exists, and while I do find it unfortunate, I understand that on a cosmic reason, even something that I don't currently understand, like a very strong soul has just been forged from a traumatic experience. Oof, that's so painful to hear, but I'm sure that the person that is strong enough and hopefully finds the help in the resources either within themselves, or if they do need externally, you know what I mean? But those are like the true phoenixes that have been through like the true BS, you know what I mean? That's crazy, you know what I mean? Sometimes it could be inherited transgenerational karma, you know what I mean? Inherited transgenerational karma from things that we didn't even do, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm just having a conversation with you, even though you're looking at my beautiful wolf blanket. So thank you so much. But I just kind of needed to stand up for a moment and not sit down. So I hope you understand. You know what I mean? Sometimes all these things be coming in so like in 360 degrees in all directions. You know what I mean? And sometimes after these lives, I love doing it, you know what I mean? But sometimes when you tune into so many different things, sometimes it does exhaust people sometimes. But also for me right now, it's mainly because I work a job serving tables on my feet all day, sweating. I'm saying that 3 times because it's crazy, baby. Like, come on. Like, I feel there's something artificial about this heat right now, and that's the extent that I'm going to speak on that, because I know the censorship is wild right now. You know what I mean? So we got to get to that 500 subscribers, baby, here on YouTube. We got to get to that 500, baby. So that's what I'm talking about, sharing my channel. That's why it's important. Share. Because more exposure, more mystic wolf. 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 That's the best business practice, is word of mouth. Everyone knows that. You know what I mean? I am official, business licensed. So yes. I got the snacks now coming back in the frame, baby. Again, I try to be as transparent as possible, my love, on my channel. Please tell me on, I do accept honest, like critical feedback. at times, depending what it is, on if I accurately portray, because YouTube asks this from time to time in like a random survey. They ask if this video met your expectations, or if this video like resonated with you. Yo, welcome back in the chat, you feel me? However, I'm really just myself, you know what I mean? That's why the segment is called Mystic Wolf. When I go live, it's called Mystic Wolf. That's me, baby. What you see is what you get. And the cards and the crystal ball and the sage, this is literally part of my life. Like, this is literally part of my life. I do this even off the camera. You know what I mean? And watching YouTube videos to learn more about things, you know what I mean? So, like, what you see is what you get, baby. So I would like you to share your feedback if I accurately describe. I try to describe it as a mystic chill sesh, because I'll be pulling some cards. But like, I try to provide a safe place where if you want to share something, yes, but it's not like question oriented, but like just spiritual knowledge speak. I'm all down for that, you know what I mean? Let's see what we have here. Oh. Listen, learn, love. Yes, Casey. Don't go dying on. What are you talking about, Casey? Don't go dying on us, Mystic, huh? Like 85%? 85% what? I'm just getting back and catching up on the chat, you know what I'm saying? I was singing along and I did the same thing, I forgot. Oh, you did? Have you listened to My Body Isn't Ready by Somber? He wrote it because he was ashamed. I mean, it's unfortunate when people are ashamed of their looks, and that's why people modify their bodies sometimes. Like, hey, I mean, I'm all about people doing whatever they want to do to their own body. Like, that's their body, that's their temple. But I want to iterate, that's their temple. You know what I mean? Just, they have the freedom to do whatever they want with it. You know what I mean? I will say, unfortunately, some people are in a situation where they are in a controlled situation, and it's just like, it just breaks my heart when I feel that, like, there are energies that, like people, like, I feel that people that come through my path are people that have been through, like, a lot of, like, deep, like, shit, you know what I'm saying? And because of that, like, I get a lot of these, like, spikes of energy sometimes, of really, because, like, and it is truly okay, you know what I mean? Like, we live in a society, unfortunately, where it's like, as divine masculine, somehow if a tear or two slips, like, it's considered, like, unmasculine or whatever. Like, the thing is that none of it matters. It's all distraction. You know what I mean? This whole illusion of acceptance, of trying to fit into a mold, that's the bullshit. You know what I mean? You just be yourself, put yourself out there. If anybody accepts you, they accept you. If they don't, then, with respect, just like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. With love. You know what I mean? You're gonna naturally gravitate to people that are gonna vibe with you. You don't have to do anything extra. Just be yourself. I learned that, like, the very long-winded route, but I learned it. And earlier, even before this live, I was grateful to the universe. I was like, grateful to myself. You know what I mean? Because the universe is ourself. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, like damn, like I really have like, and I don't mind sharing this, but like I did not want to even show my face when I started my channel. I did not. For those that know me in real life, I did not want to show my face. You know what I mean? So, and I'm sharing, and I feel compelled to share this right now because maybe there's someone out there that like maybe is on a similar, or was, or potentially is on a similar path as myself, that desires to like express more of themselves and feel comfortable accepting who they are, you know what I mean, and just being yourself, right? So but I didn't want to show my face for the longest time. But it's not that I didn't accept myself, it's just I didn't, at that time I didn't want the exposure. And now it's not me seeking exposure from an egotistical standpoint. The exposure is more for the algorithm, because honestly, it's gonna help with the bills. To me, that's my, at this time of recording, to me, the exposure right now, that's gonna help with bills later. Exposure, taking care of bills, so then I can do this full time. That's my goal, for real. Like I would ideally like to be paid by the platform, but I mean, buy me a coffee if you desire, link in the description, you know what I mean? No pressure though, you know what I mean? So to me, I'm all about a safe, chill environment, you know what I mean? And that's why, like, occasionally, so I'll put the link to say, okay, $5 buy me a coffee energy scan, but everything's just chill, my love. Just here to vibe and just be yourself, okay? That's it, the important part. Be yourself. So check what I have. I have a whole belt. I have a belt of cheese sticks. Look at this, baby. A belt of cheese sticks. That's the whole royal belt, the trifecta, baby. 3. By the power of 3, and I say it be. Freaking I'm so behind on this chat. Casey, where you at? You always there. Let's see. I love playing guitars. You love playing guitar? I have one, and I learned like very basic stuff through guitar class. It was fun, but I didn't develop the calluses that you need to make it feel comfortable. But honestly, like I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on at the time that unfortunately I didn't prioritize that time for a guitar that I should have. So agree. Singing and playing guitar, #1 favorite outlet for relaxation healing. Thank you, Casey. Also painting, done over 80 Yo, do you have an Instagram, Fluffy Foo Foo? Did you follow me on Instagram? Can you tell me that you follow me so I know I can follow you back, so I can check out your artwork? Fluffy Foo Foo, please. I have Facebook, I have X, I have TikTok. So please, let me know where you post your content. I would love to check it out. I would do my best to try to get to everything as soon as possible. You tripped while getting up, and that's how quality of sound is. Oh, thank you, Casey, for talking about that. I'm trying to get Zelle, dear one. Oh, you're good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have Mystic Wolf Oracle. Yeah, it's all in the description. That's fine. Kathy Cod, he just played Madison Square Garden. That's how powerful. Yeah, we're a good time right now. Like, my goal is to try to get a nice, I like a nice 2-hour sesh. You know what I mean? That's usually where my energy kind of like caps out, where like then I just kind of want to retreat, because usually I'm still working a job still. So between working a job and then spending 2 hours on live, you know what I mean? And then I sometimes just kind of want to be in my own energy, even for at least 30 minutes, you know what I mean? Before then, maybe like connecting with just more intimate members in the collective, you know what I mean? On a personal level, because, you know, I do have a personal life too, you know what I mean? Cheers, cheese stick, baby. I wish this was a mozzarella stick, like a fried mozzarella stick. You know. Yes, fluffy goofball. Remind me of like vampire fangs or something. I can imagine how tired. Yeah. Thank you for understanding, Kathy. That's why some other things get in my house. They get delayed because I choose it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is me taking accountability. Like, I prioritize like just sitting and chilling with myself. I'm not gonna lie. Then sometimes I let things pile up for a little bit, like dishes or different thing like that. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm a human being, baby. You know what I mean? But because I live by myself, like that's just how it is. But that's okay. You know what I mean? That's also partly why like I choose a lot of foods that I don't have to actually like cook, because like I do like to cook, but I don't know, it's very here and there. I don't order takeout or anything like that. I just, it sounds weird, but I really don't eat that much. I do and I don't. Let me explain. When I'm in my own energy and I live by myself, like, not gonna lie, like I would rather just chill my own energy and just be chilling, you know what I mean? Than procuring more dishes that I have to clean later. Like, fuck, you know what I mean? So the foods that I usually buy are things that I can just eat straight from the fridge. So, like, simple, non-frozen, non-processed peanut butter, yogurt, ice cream for a little extra snack, maybe from time to time. Some juice, maybe some fresh fruits or something like that. You know what I mean? But if something is presented to me and cooked for me with love and care and everything like that, I would gladly consume it and love eating the food. I'm on a seafood diet, which means that I see it and I eat it. So I eat everything, you know what I mean? Like, I'm feed the wolf, baby. I'm starving, I'm hungry, you know what I mean? Always. For those that know me, I'm always hungry. And I just want to eat more food. You know, well, so I have a dishwasher, but it's kind of like not working right now. So, yeah. I have a green hatch chili right here. Yeah, the draining thing is not draining the way it's supposed to be, and I'm not in a position right now to really it's not in my priority list right now of other obligations, and I've tried to fix it myself, and I have failed on attempts already. So I have just kind of resigned that until I have the opportunity to tackle it later. I'm like, I'm okay with saving on water to wash a few dishes. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'd rather wash a few dishes, but I took the whole dishwasher apart on the bottom, and there was a temporary fix, but it wasn't a permanent fix. And I was like, dang, this seems so much more complicated than what it is. And then I had to disconnect the hose. Like I put physical labor into the shit, man. It's not that I just withdrawed from it, bro. Yo, like I really tried it. I, you know what I mean? There's other things, and there are still other things in my life that are more pressing than a dishwasher, which is just a, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna wash dishes like that. That's no big deal. You know what I mean? That's just basic things in the house. You know what I mean? But sometimes, you know, still I try to leverage my time. Is what it is. You know what I mean? I do have paper plates still from time to time. Yes, and I have a microwave, so that does help. That unfortunately just means that more processing stuff. But I will say though that the less stuff that you have, the ASMR is going to be from the not a sponsor Santito's corn chips, as I am eating this green hatch chili, which I told you is like not a sponsor. But the less attachments that you have, the more time and opportunity you have to. No, I do. Paper plates are great, Casey. No, for real, they are great. I was born and raised before I learned that they are toxic also. So, you know what I mean? But I still use them from time to time. They put some kind of coating on the outside that makes it toxic, apparently. This green hatch chili is good. It's not spicy or anything. I would love to try some Aussie food from you, Casey. I think that would be great. Sure. If you're down. This hummus is so freaking good. Oh my goodness. Wow, damn. It's crazy. Yo. Shout out to this company, not a sponsor. Fresh Cravings Hatch Green Chilies Hummus. Yo. Just like that. Damn, I would love to try your food. Sounds good. Chocolate shortbread cookies, that sounds good. Damn. Alright, collective. I want to pull from this other deck here. Grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite whatever. Supercharge yourself, empower yourself, baby, with your own energy. I found this at a local Goodwill. Look at this. Duality, baby. Cosmic duality. Full scan, baby. Full scan, baby. 360. Yes. Hell yes. Tune into your own seductive energy. He was a messenger to an extent. Is that what the mythology say, Hermes? The message being yourself. You're eating too. Yo, what fluffy fufu? What are you eating? I love this. I want this to be an open space for eating food. And if you want to contribute and share in any way in food, then do so. That's great. I would love to try your food. Yummy. Cheese sticks, yum. Chocolate covered shortbread. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm curious to see what you're gonna make, Casey. No, yo, that's great, Fluffy Fufu. Yo, Fluffy Fufu, let me ask you, or anybody in the chat, within the next 30 seconds, reply if possible. Let me share a question with you. This is not my original pun or question. Please just know that. You grew bunches of lettuce. Yeah, he's ready. Let us begin. Yeah, for sure. But question for you, my love. How do you know when a sandwich is cooking? I will repeat it 2 more times. How do you know when a sandwich is cooking? One last time. How do you know when a sandwich is cooking? This is mainly directed towards Fluffy Fufu or anyone that would like to guess the riddle in the chat. I'm curious. As you get some ASMR. Go, baby. Yes, exactly. So what's the answer? For it. Casey. Oh, yes, Casey. You are the first person that I've ever met in my life that has understood that the first time. That's beautiful. How do you know when a sandwich is cooking? I'll tell you. When it's bacon, lettuce, and tomato. The term bacon sounds like baking when you say it fast with everything else. How do you know when a sandwich is cooking? When it's bacon, lettuce, and tomato. So, thank you so much, Fluffy Fufu, for giving the inspiration to bring that up once again in my life. You're a diabetic. Train yourself on limit impulse. Oh, I do not know what that life is like. I heard that depending on the severity, if it's on a certain moderate to mild case, some people have been able to reverse it. I mean, I feel that nothing is impossible for a possible. So, while I do agree that we in advance have agreed to endure a certain level of hardship, some that may be consistent within the life, that is inevitable to an extent, I do feel that the power of the collective consciousness or the mentality of the confidence within the self has the ability to dampen the effect that these things would have on your life, if that makes sense. Like, I used to be lactose intolerant and I overcame that. The solution, I'll tell you the solution, not a sponsor, but this is a real story. I used to be lactose intolerant and the milk used to get to me really bad sometimes. But it's funny because growing up, I used to drink it, but there's a time that I stopped drinking it. And sometimes, like, your body is very adaptable, by the way. So there's a point that my body stopped producing the lactase enzymes needed to produce the milk naturally. So, let me tell you, at least for me, what was the cure over time. It took a total of about, like, let's see, maybe 2 weeks to, sorry, something in my pocket. Ooh, okay, that was itching. I was like, what was that? Not a sponsor, because unfortunately they use fillers and certain things like that. But it is a really good milk, though. They have a really good chocolate milk. It's called Promised Land. It's really good. But unfortunately, they do use certain fillers and things that I'm not a fan of that, but I kind of transmute the energies on these things as I consume them, that it doesn't do any, like, detriments to my physical temple, right? But that, I tell you, is a very, that Promised Land milk is such a rich dairy product. The chocolate version is so delicious, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. But I tell you what, the Promised Land means that it also sends you to the Promised Land, very much so. So you're going to be sent to the Promised Land in all aspects. So just be mindful of that. But so, humor intended there, but I overcame my lactose intolerance. Now I enjoy milk, no problem. But because, like, I think at that time, my body, like, was not consuming so much dairy, right? And, you know, anytime I encountered it, then it was like, how dare you? You know what I mean? Like, literally, how dare you? You know what I mean? My phone's kind of trying to die right now. So let me plug in this charger, my love. Make sure you subscribe in case we get disconnected. Make sure you like the video. But, yes. Give me a moment. Okay, perfect. Oh! Yo, I'm proud of myself. I reached my target time. I would try to go at least 2 hours. You know what I mean? 2 hours is kind of like the goal. It's like a good, especially because, you know, I still worked a whole shift and everything like that. You know what I mean? So it's all about balance, my love. You know, more exposure, more vibes, my love. You know. Grab your snacks, be comfortable. We're hanging out. So, Casey, by me, like, it may not work for you though. Just so to take what resonates and leave the rest. But for me, in my mind, I mean, sometimes, I mean, there's other things that also affect your bowel movements, right? So let's just be real, right? But specifically with the lactose, when I overcame my lactose intolerance through exposure. So I didn't cater to the lack of lactose. I just went full force into it. But I'm not telling you to do this, okay? Mystic Wolf is a daring Mystic Wolf, baby. Let me tell you, like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And grab your favorite beverage, grab your favorite snack right now. I'm gonna keep it real with you right now. You know, cheers. But this is how I know that my guides and things have like, and I feel led to say this right now, just like, I feel I'm led to share certain aspects of my life as a way to hopefully empower other people. You know what I mean? I've been through many different forms. Mystic Wolf has been through many different forms. I was a fat kid. Growing up. I lost all the weight, and I was kind of like at this stage where like I had like a lot of loose skin after losing the weight. Like, baby, this is a story for another day, but I lost over 80 pounds in less than a month and a half. The way I did it was like perhaps not the healthiest. It was like through like severe, like a certain dieting or whatever, but like in my mind, like I thought I was doing the right thing, you know. And that's the crazy thing. That's why balance is so carefully planned. You need to plan it, you know what I mean, to your body's needs. But to me though, now that like I'm here standing and talking to you right now, and I'm totally fine, you know what I mean? I'm not telling you to do these things, but I'm saying like it's just testament that what is meant for you is not going to leave you. What is meant for you is going to be for you. So like, don't fret if you slip up or you feel that you slip up for time to time, because my love, I assure you that you're exactly where you need to be right now. You're exactly where you need to be right now. And this is open session. This is chill mystic session. This is full bar, open bar, you know what I mean? This is good times, baby. To me, like, if you ever seen like certain like shows that are very popularized, like I guess Friends has their coffee house. How I Met Your Mother is a very funny series, and you know, very like it could never be made again, but you know, they have that McLaren's bar, you know what I mean? So to me, like I like to invoke a fun, you know, experience for people to just be themselves and just chill, and you can just listen to me in the background, listen to my voice, you know what I mean? You can watch me later at your own leisure when it's fully available. Whenever I do a live, it does take time for the process, but as soon as it's available, I try to make it as live as possible, you know? You have an iron stomach. I eat so many herbs. That's me, Fluffy Fufu. I have an iron stomach for sure, and I'm so grateful. I also have a strong ability to stay asleep no matter what's going on around me. It's a powerful ability. I love it. I mean, as a innate ability that was ingrained in me and something that was always with me, I'm grateful the universe at least blessed me with that to help me through just general hardships. It was a huge help. It helps you ground and get your peace. If you can sleep through anything, you know what I mean? I think of the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, if you know, you know. Chevy Chase. I heard he's kind of like a douchebag in real life. Allegedly. Allegedly. I don't know. But the movies are funny. The grandpa's over there. He's got a whole cigar in his mouth. Like his wife says something like, huh? You know what I mean? Because she's hard of hearing. And then I guess he makes a comment. He's like, she gotta hear something unless she's going, even if you're driving through a nice nitroglycerin plant. That, I guess the lack of hearing ability that he was referring to with his spouse or something like that. But it's a comedy. It's all fake. You know what I mean? So, you know, nobody get tripped up in the chat. You know what I mean? She likes some fresh cracked sea salts, my love. Not a sponsor. Members Merc. Oh, look at that. Let me do some of this action for you, okay? I feel maybe you needed to see some of this, okay? I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, growing up, I love salt. Sal mi amor. I just get the salt, I grind it in my hand, you know what I mean? And like, oh, that one's a little much. But, you get a little bit like this. Look at this. Are you ready for this? Oh shit, I did. Look at this. That's some Salt Bay BS. You have helped my stress, dear one. Thank you, Fluffy Fufu. I appreciate hearing that. That's awesome. Bitters clear up issues. I like soda water. I love soda water. Ooh, asparagus. I love asparagus. For a man, asparagus is really important for a man. It's very, it helps with you know what I mean? Totally miss this chip, yeah. When I was trying to wrap around you lost, wow, you lost 143 pounds. Damn, Paipafu, 19 years ago. Good for you. Yeah. Cleaning is draining. Yes, it is. It really is. You sat clean on a Saturday morning. The song that just came to mind is Sunshine on my shoulders make me happy. Was that John Denver again? I think I'm gonna close it off here pretty soon, baby. I'm kind of tuning into my own energy right now. Pretty soon. I'm satisfied. I did at least 2 hours. It's kind of always like my goal-ish. Even an hour is cool. I don't put any pressure on myself though. Like, and this is something I want to encourage you, collective. We all have a life to live. If we keep trying to constrain ourselves to certain like time limits and certain things like that, then like we have to allow a certain level of flexibility. That's why you always see me put ish in the comments. Ish, by the way, ish is 30 minutes within a shell that also extends slightly 5 minutes within the 30-minute mark. So like safeguards upon safeguards, because the reason of that is it's comedic relief also, but also it's triggering to a lot of people, and triggering helps to help heal people because it's something that they're not used to. Like, oh, how dare you go late or whatever. But that's why I put the ish, 30-minute leeway, and you know what I mean, even at the 30-minute mark, like give or take 5 minutes or whatever. It's about entering flow state. You know, if you're meant to be in my live and see this, you're meant to be here. If you're not, then that's, and you're meant to watch it later, then that's fine. There's no shame in that. And I accept and love everybody despite whatever they believe. So, oh, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good, Fluffy. Fufu, you have a sandwich? A whole, like, what time is it right now? Oh. Dang, they're closed, I think. A burger sounds so good right now. But yeah, good for you. That sounds good. You're wonderful, you're beautiful, but I don't want to drive anywhere. And yeah. No. I mowed a full acre today. Good for you. You deserve the reward. I'll reward myself tomorrow. You're going to come back and on, Kathy? Kathy, I'm not gonna lie, I sense a certain kind of like low-key, like, it's not a bad thing, just know this, but somewhat of a sadistic sense of humor. But I think this kind of humor potentially may reflect in the reality. It's just something to consider, whether it's true or not. But like, I feel you definitely been through a lot of healing for sure. But don't give your power out willingly, you know what I mean? Like, these things have as much power as you give it. So just don't try not to just willingly power to. We shouldn't ever fear anything, as ideally, you know what I mean? And eventually we end up confronting our fears. And what I've discovered is that sometimes we may confront or encounter certain fears or certain things, even if it's not felt directly. We find about it through some other way to give us enough experience and knowledge to be able to empathize, or at least be able to sit down and be able to speak to these other individuals that may need to hear from us and hear from our light, because, you know, they are not in a good place, you know what I mean? We all try to be there for our collective as much as possible, you know? Fluffy Fufu, I'm in the Eastern Standard Time area of the United States, and if you have some time, I'm down. You know, I can't really like fly everybody, like, you know, the cheddar to fly everybody does, but if you want to fly over here, if you chill like that, to be able to have the means, I'll accommodate you here. Reach out to me on Instagram. I think that'd be nice. I'm a tribalist, tribal mentality. Whoever is willing to work with me, and I will do whatever I can to help them any way possible, within whatever capability. But part of the personal assistant, I'm looking for someone to co-create with. someone that would be within the foundational tribe of the Mystic Royal Collective of Mystic Wolf Oracle. I need to know who I can trust. You already know, Fluffy baby. Reach out to me on Instagram. If I trust you enough, maybe we exchange phone number or two. Who knows? Oh, yeah, freedom, Fluffy Fufu. Perfect. Cheers to everybody. I felt like a dragon just now. Felt like a dragon. I think I'm gonna end it here pretty soon, baby. The live. Let's see if there's any more Tabby the Monday tarot cards that come out. I'm glad I label it as such. Tell me if you think, do I label it appropriately? Chill session or something? You know, I feel that divinity exists in everyday experiences. So that's why I'm trying to encourage people that like a reading doesn't necessarily have to be a formalized, like, oh, I'm just pulling cards only. It can mean just talking. It can mean like, and sometimes the more powerful message come without any full cards at all, just come with just speaking and just conversating and just accepting, and even the most odd things that come into your mind, just accepting what comes into your mind. That's true divinity. That's true intuition. You know what I mean? So that's why, like, for me, I try to encourage people, like, hey, we need to normalize magic again. We need to encourage the use of magic in everyday life. And the healers that try to gatekeep certain things behind a huge paywall and things like that, that's freaking crazy. And like, they're so, like, you know, I understand, like, hey, they're all divine fractals, you know what I mean? And I have compassion on them too. I don't, me saying this is no hate on nobody. Everybody's trying to survive and get their cheddar too, baby. And I feel you. You gotta survive. You can get what you need to do. You know what I mean? But ideally you do it in a way where you don't deceive anybody, or just do something that provides no value repetitively. I see this stuff all the time. I think you heard me in my last live if you were here. You'll see some like healers, and I kid you not, it showed up on my feed recently, and I had to put not interested or unsubscribe or whatever like that, because I come to the realization some of these people are just so freaking fake. You know what I mean? And a lot of them are reading from a script. Like, they join, it gives the impression they joined one of those courses. And look, I may have courses of my own in the future, okay? I'm gonna keep it real with you. But I don't know if I'm gonna present it the same way some of these people do. You know what I mean? Some of these people put it about like, oh, this gonna happen, this gonna happen, you know. No, because everyone's unique experience is different, baby. You know, that's crazy. But like, I be seeing some of these people uploading some videos, and you can literally see their eyes moving from left to right, literally reading a script. You know what I mean? If you are watching this on, like, get into character. If you are watching this on this day, at this time, before Sunday, before 3, then consider this your luckiest day in your entire life. Share this to make sure that this is locked in. Share this with everybody that you know. Make sure that you like the video. Remember, intention is real, and whatever you love that you show to this video is going to reflect in your life as well. So make sure you like the video. Make sure you share and 444. Okay, I gave you an example. Scene. Okay, I gave you an example of one of these commonly trending, in my opinion, overused BS. Like, I'm tired of it. It's just a bunch of thirst traps disguised in spirituality, you know. And unfortunately, as a man, I clicked on it before, and I've learned, and it's just like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and then I realized, like, unfortunately, you are biologically, you have an advantage to get as much clicks as possible without having to do much. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people, there's a lot of people like myself, we're on the internet all the time, you know what I mean? We're seeing a lot of stuff, so, you know what I mean? But to me, the more of the fact is that it's very, like, low effort. You go in the profile, and it's like every single video is this thing where all they're doing is just holding a crystal in their hand, or they're just doing this, and they're exercising their pretty privilege. And I'm not gonna lie, hey, look, Ver gang, baby, we fucking sexy, baby. And I'm not gonna lie, I acknowledge, you know, my looks and everything like that too. I'm not gonna deny that as well. You know what I mean? But to me, it's just the ones that just are not upfront about it. To me, just not being upfront about it, that to me is just like, I don't know, y'all. Like, you ain't really providing anything provocative or anything really life-changing to the collective, you know what I mean? And when I start diving deep down and looking to the energy of some of these people are just really fucking self-censored, yo, and it's just disgusting, you know what I mean? Scammers, yo, for real. I mean, not all of them, but, like, some of them, for sure. Evie, yo, welcome in the chat. Yo, how you doing? Welcome, Evie, in the chat! Good night, Fluffy Foo-Foo. If you already logged up, good night. Make sure everybody has liked the video first and foremost. I'm going to be logging off here soon. I've been here for over 2.5 hours. I'm proud of myself, baby. Pat myself on the back. Use this little Hermes wand. Oh, that actually feels pretty good. Oh, yes. Cool. Hell yeah. All right. Fluffy Foo-Foo, I hope you have a beautiful night. If you are still here, have a beautiful night. You're beautiful, you're lovely, you're wonderful. I love you. I love you. You're wonderful and beautiful. Evie, how you doing? I got a Nature Valley fruit nut mix, whatever, not a sponsor. I was gifted. I would never buy this on my own, but I was gifted it, so I'm gonna be grateful and eat it. But yes. What kind of courses? The courses I would like to do, I mean, all right, Evie, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm still trying to figure that out too, to an extent, okay? I don't know exactly. My goal is that I am in a position to be able to leverage my time efficiently where I do not have to work another job outside of just being here with you. I would like to find a way through partnerships, sponsorships, and everything like that, but that does take time, and that takes, you know, going live more often, which is what I've been doing and everything, and it's been paying off. But that is really the goal. The courses that I would offer in the future, I'll be honest, I don't know exactly currently what that would be. I would currently, what comes to mind is being able to have certain targeted demographics where people can kind of like, they don't have to like, I mean, there will be some available at certain subscription tiers, and that's why it's important that I get the subscribers up to 500, and when I get to be able to add subscription tiers, then I will have more content of like courses. Like, to me, that's my goal. I would like for like the platform to pay me through people like doing subscriptions and things like that, I always want to iterate that the subscription tiers, while it will give you access to more videos, I'm always very disclaimer that, you know what I mean, I don't have anything gatekeep my life, you know what I mean? So I will upload as soon as I can upload, and just be comfortable before you sign up. When that option is available in the future, be comfortable with the tier that you sign up for and the price, and take it as a way of what you're willing to give in a way of support. So meaning that the amount of videos I upload regarding that tier, since I'm a one-man show, I'm doing my best. So again, I'm trying to put all full-fledged disclaimers because I love my Mystic World Collective, and I don't want anyone to ever feel fooled or bamboozled. Evie and that's yummy. Evie and Hey the Mom, you both hit very important points just now, and I haven't caught up to the chat yet, so forgive me. I'm behind, but let me tell you, I'm at the point in the chat where you said fake spiritualists feeding off confused and vulnerable people. Kay the Mom, thank you for saying that in the chat. And Evie, you said, what form of script are they reading from in these videos? So I don't know, and I don't have any proof, so this is all allegedly, but it's like, I feel some of these like fake spiritualists or gurus that just they're trying to get people that have the looks to read off a script, do some low effort content, put it out there, and because their looks, and they literally, exactly what you said, Kay the Mom, they are feeding off confused and vulnerable people, and to me, that is disgusting. Very disgusting to me. And I'm gonna say that one more time, disgusting, because they're feeding on very vulnerable people that are fearful, people that are not in the best state, and these videos pop up in their feed, and it says, share this. The ones that really get under my skin are the ones that say, if you don't share this, then something bad will happen. That is the most evil shit that someone can do to somebody, especially someone, oh God, especially in someone in a vulnerable position. Like, bro, you just don't do that, bro. That's just like that. The karma is a bitch only if you are, you know what I mean? And that is coming back to that person that does that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Because that's just ridiculously, unfortunately crazy that people be doing that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Crazy, bro. But yeah, they'll be reading off a script and then positioning themselves a certain way, revealing certain like body parts a certain way, stretching out that pechuga, male or female, and then just waving a crystal and reading a script like, if you found this reading on this time before this day, then this is your luckiest day in your entire life, and you're going to manifest everything that you ever desired in your entire life. Make sure you like the video. Remember, karma is real, and the best way that you interact with this is going to show how it reflects in your life. Look at those motherfuckers, dude. I hate that shit, bro. With love. I'm sorry. It's so fake, bro. Fake. Some of them are real, a lot of them are fake. And it's manipulation of people's vulnerabilities and people that are struggling, bro, while you're living in your fucking pretty privilege, bro. You know, that's just crazy, bro. As a man, I gotta work hard for my clicks, baby. I gotta work hard for my clicks. And I'm grateful that I look this good, baby. Because this already gave me the clicks and like, hey, stud factor, baby. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't, like, my beautiful divine feminine, and this is where, like, I want to work with a beautiful divine feminine, because I want to understand as much possible that side of it. But in this day and age, like, the divine feminine has very much opportunities to be able to gain a mass of wealth very quickly if they want to. However, even at sacrifice of morality. But the thing is, it's a lot, I mean, I'll keep it real, it's a lot easier. I'm just talking statistics right now. It's a lot easier for them. As a male content creator, I have to try like 3, 4 times, 5 times as hard. That's why I say share my channel, like shit. Come on, man. This is why you don't subscribe or like anyone, Evie said. There's not ever wanted to leave a mark or... Yeah. I had to watch out what I was liking and saving. Also, Evie, because they'll put more of that stuff in your feed. I'm like, yo, the algorithm be adjusting 24/7. Good night, Fluffy Fufu. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Beautiful Evie. Exactly. Okay, the mom. You're wonderful. You're beautiful. Sunshine. Yo, Sunshine. How you doing? Sun on my shoulders makes me happy. Thank you, Miss Sunshine, for coming in. I love you, beautiful. Evie, I imagine just be grateful about it because you have to deal with... Okay, the mom. Thank you, Miss Sunshine. You're cute. I see a thumbnail. Beautiful Mystic World Collective. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. Yes, baby. High life. Yes. I'm so glad that people like communicate in the chat. That's so beautiful. Kathy, Kay the mom says, Kathy, I believe it's already here. We just need to let it shine. We need to have awareness that things have already existed and are existing beneath our feet. You know what I mean? We need not to be defeated, but accept that we are divine beings, baby. If you're behind the comments, then you've been actually slowed down. What do you mean by that, Evie? If you are behind in comments? Then you can... I mean, I'm grateful I have Casey in the chat. She's a beautiful divine fractal that is a moderator that helps me with that. But also, I don't want to interrupt any potential divine downloads that come into my mind. And I'll be honest, because I do a lot of squirrel moments, I have to be mindful that if I keep reading the chat every single time, it breaks my concentration sometimes, you know. That's why you hear me say sometimes, like, what did I just say? So I'm catching myself. Call it ADHD, call it whatever you want, I don't care. Keep it 100, Casey. Yeah, baby. Yes. All right. I think I have about 10 minutes warm me. This is going to be about a 3-hour mark here. Like, might as well. Am I reading that? Have I been live for like 2 hours, almost 3 hours? Casey, can you verify that for me? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Best part of waking up, collective with me now. That's better. Evie, glad to have you back. Thank you, Casey, for validating that. That will be around the time that I officially close. Okay? I'm already here, so I might as well just do that Hail Mary. Boom, baby! Just go for it. I may pull a few more cards. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm. 4:26 in the morning. I know. Good for you. It is 10:27 Eastern Standard Time PM. It's still nighttime. Thank you, though. It does. I understand it has chemically induced ingredients that are in there, but it does taste good, and I'm grateful, and I transmute as much possible. Mm-hmm. Not a sponsor, though. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. That's what I'm eating, if you're wondering. Not a sponsor. Definitely not. Ontario. So, Evie, when I say transmute, for me is transmuting the potential harm, whether intentional or not intentional, transmuting any potential harm that this product, by me consuming it, may have on my body. That's what I mean by transmuting. Because some of these things, not gonna lie, like there's why, at least in the United States, I don't know about other parts of the world, but there exists something called, just look it up online, just search up what is the dirty dozen mean in produce. You have to put in produce, and it's going to talk about like a certain list of foods that you should never get not organic, and certain things that, you know, there's a lot of extra pesticides and things that are sprayed on some of these things. So I try to be mindful in that aspect. So, but if I am gifted something like with strawberries, even though strawberries is one of the dirty dozen, I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to gladly enjoy that strawberries with like cheesecake or whatever it is. I'm going to enjoy it for what it is. And that's what I mean. For me, like I also have the power to put my hand and bless. The Christians call it like blessing their food, right? Similar thing. It's all energy. So for me, I put my hand over it, and to me, I'm like energetically like cleansing it. And to me, it's cleansing it, but it's also like, I put with my body too, like pairing it together, that ideally that these things would not affect my body as bad or as severely, you know what I mean? But it is a food source, and I'm grateful for it. So I'm going to, if it is given to me, I will eat it. And if it's something I truly am not going to eat, then I will give it to somebody else that may eat it. Ideally, that's the goal. Ideally, intention and manipulating energy. Yes, like I mean, intention is everything. Oops, I did it again. Okay, the mom. Thank you. Transmutation. Yeah, that's what hibiscus. That was a kombucha I had. It was berry and hibiscus, actually. So it's funny you picked that up. We're gonna do a closing cleansing here, because I want to respect my own wishes to also have time to myself, and I am admitting that this sometimes, like in the midst of too much fun, and I hope you take this as an encouragement for yourself, collective, that even sometimes in the midst of so much fun, confirmation burp, in the midst of so much fun, in the midst of so much things going on in your life, is that you have to make sure you're prioritizing yourself and your self-care. And if you're not, it could pose something potentially damaging. Mr. Worm, let me read this before it gets nuked, if it is detrimental. Let's see. You're leaving, Evie? Wait, who's Evie? Oh, Evie's leaving? Who's leaving? Someone leaving? Mr. Worm 2182, come to me, all you. Oh, okay. Heard. It's a Bible verse. Cool. Take the rest of the nights and leave the rest. I mean, I'm about free speech, you know what I mean? But try to minimize the preaching to a very minimum. If you vibe with this, you vibe with this. If not, you can just exit stage left, baby. You know, baby. Take care of ourselves first, Evie, baby. Yes. Come on. So, activated the sage cleansing. It is activated once again. Okay? Yes. Feel the sage cleansing. We're gonna do, if you are consenting to a ultimate energy cleanse, baby, I'm going to introduce both in one session. I kid you not, I've done this to myself at times, but I'm very sensitive to energy sometimes, but also I believe in it. I believe in the power of this cleansing. So if you don't believe in this, it's not gonna have any effect on you. But if you have some belief in it that these things can cleanse you and help you, then sure, let it help you. Come on, baby, what are you doing? Restricting yourself. Come on, no. Exactly, on the downbeat. Woo, 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 woo. But be careful, because intense cleansing and energetic restructuring can also shake you up for a moment. So if you consent to say cleansing, just be aware that the kind of cleansing that I do is a cleansing, but like a tower moment. That means having to break away things that are potentially stagnant in your life and things that are just kind of like stuck there. It needs to move so you can grow. So we're gonna do 3 deep breath sessions. Like I try to do at least 3 to get fully stabilized and grounded, okay? The power is entirely in your mind. It really is. I love Sultry profile pic at mysticwolforacle. Sultry, what does that definition mean? I don't even know. I took that recently. Yeah, I kind of feeling myself. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's choose to be heal ourselves. On a count of 3, we're gonna take a deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Some of this may be triggering just in general, and the intensity of it, just keep that in mind. Please make sure if you consent to said cleansing that you continue to consent. Okay, that's very important. Sage cleansing is already activated in the background. Yes, baby. Thank you so much. It's meant sensual sexy. Ooh, yes, Casey. Thank you. Gotta have that sensual experience with the self too, you know. That's also why it, like, to me also, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, for those that know me in real life, I really much I enjoy ASMR like vibes, you know what I mean? And there's certain things that you would think unfortunately provide a certain level of like comfort, or like oddly enough, you know what I mean, and like weird sound effects or something like that. But that's why there's a rhyme and reason for everything that exists. Like, yo, like, I can in some way, shape, or form through the music provide similar vibes to my Mystic World Collective, while still embodying my essence as a respected healer and psychic. You know what I mean? So yes, you know what I mean. And then over time, I've kind of just embodied my own style, and I'm very grateful. Not as well. Yes and no. I forget if I signed up or not, but I put in the description AI assist music. Suno is a very great AI music generator, and if you buy if you get the premium subscription, everything's subscription nowadays. But I'm not gonna lie, it has allowed me a certain level of immersion in my own craft, because I find myself listening to some of this music that I generate that is literally my own, and to me there's something empowering on that some of this music maybe you haven't even heard and you will never hear potentially, that I have generated on my own through my own lyrics, some of it on my own lyrics, some of them through my own simple prompts. But it's such a I'm grateful for the symbiosis. There is some level of acceptance of it, but as long as you don't allow AI to replace you, I think that's very important. Oh, Evie, I do want to do that. I have to be mindful which profile I do ASMR content right now, because ASMR content right now is being nuked heavily. Now, granted, it is mainly right now from the ASMR female creators, because that is a very predominant amount of creators that are creating are female ASMR. But that doesn't mean that male ASMR are being deleted either. I have other platforms that are planning to release that content. I do desire to do that, and I have done that, some kind of content before. So anyways, without further ado, let's continue. ASMR, baby. Yes. Closing things off. You already felt the sage cleansing earlier. We are kind of closing things off right now with this vortex, this whole portals. You're wonderfully beautiful. Another deep breath. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, baby. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, my beautiful love. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. I know that if you're here at this point, you probably already have. So you're wonderful. I'm gonna log off now and connect with myself and those that I are my inner circle. So I love you. You're beautiful. We'll talk soon, okay? Are we visualizing a vortex? Yeah, look on my channel. I have a lot of things in the past that I've done some slight ASMR stuff. So please check it out. I have a few things. And I have opportunity for. I love you. Stay mystical. Ciao, mi amor. We'll talk soon, okay? Bye. Be safe, everyone. If you like to subscribe, you're wonderful, you're beautiful. See.